Hello, everybody. I'm Grant Fluff from Fluster Sports Zone, and welcome to Season 4, Episode 15 of the Powerskateshow. Along with Alex Stossel, it is our Thanksgiving edition on a Tuesday night. When was the last time we filmed Powerskate on a Tuesday? Who knows? But the holidays have fluctuated the schedule, and we hope you enjoy this edition.
Yeah, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Season 4, Episode 15 of the Powerskate Thanksgiving special. We're going to throw a banger this time. We would like to thank you guys so much for watching from our past episodes. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and all the way to Season 4. We got a good one. We got a good one for you guys tonight. Hope you guys enjoy, and then let's get this party started.
Stop it! He lost sight of it! Christmas! The wraparound! It's over! Yes, let's go! It's hard! Hard over!
All right, we chose to do the intro after, do our intro video after we always do our introductions. Welcome to Season 4, Episode 15 of the Powerskate Show. Like we said, we're doing it on a Tuesday because I have something going on a Wednesday, which I'll post by tomorrow on my Instagram story. But you guys may know the idea. Grant, how we doing? And happy Tuesday. First time on a Tuesday, I think, in Powerskate Show history.
I was about to say, we got to start doing we got to make one on Monday and Friday. And then I think we film Powerskate on every day. So we just need a Monday and Friday, and there we go. We've officially filmed on every single day of the week once. Remarkable.
Yes, awesome. So yeah, we got amazing topics that we're gonna talk about. This is something that it's confused. That is all questions that we cannot investigate or answer, like claim, evidence, reasoning, like our science or history class, wherever you need your claim, your evidence, and your reasoning. We got the claim.
Cite your sources.
We don't have the evidence, but we don't have a reason. But we need to have some answers why. but we will get to it. We have some true nostalgia of the weeks, a player and a team that we're going to get right, and an arena name that still we have the claim. We don't have we have the evidence, but we don't have the full reasoning. Well, you guys will find out. Let's get down to business. First topic, we're going to talk about the Seattle Kraken. We'll get to the game alert for the Kraken. The Kraken are in last time I checked.
How did Arizona manage to pass them? I have no idea.
The Kraken are in are in dead last in the Pacific. We were kind of surprised, but not surprised that they're not gonna be good, because we all know when expansion teams comes in, when it's the first year in the season, they struggle. Here's the record on my computer. Bear with me, guys. I apologize. The Kraken are 5-12-1. 306 points percentage, minus 16 goal for differential. They're 4-6-0 on home ice, 1-6-1, and ironic, the first win and only win that they have so far was the first ever win in franchise history in Nashville.
I mean, if you've gone an entire month without winning an away game, I don't care if you're an expansion team or not, you are just going to sink to the bottom of the standings. You cannot lose, 7 straight away games now? It's getting ridiculous for the Kraken. At least 4-6 for them, respectable home record. And I know 4-6. That's so sad to say that's a respectable home record. But the thing is, you got to win on the road, and I think that's what the Kraken, they got to focus on moving forward. I mean, obviously this team wasn't going to make the playoffs. Everyone who thought they were going to be the Vegas Golden Knights 2.0, let's pump the brakes a bit. We knew the Vegas was a stroke of luck. They hit the right pieces. They drafted properly, and they were ready to go day one because they had the players. Really, the Kraken have Jordan Eberle, good. James Schwartz, good. 2 very solid goaltenders. What defense? Adam Larson, Jamie Alexiak. Listen, those are good guys for now in your early stages, rebuilding stage. Those are good defensemen to have. But if I'm in Seattle, I'd focus on building a defense and a bottom 6 throughout the draft and free agency next year. Hopefully they will still have quite a bit of salary cap. Maybe they make a move at the deadline, but I doubt it. I think you really got to wait until the offseason before we can really start talking potential wildcard spot for the Kraken. They're expected to struggle this year, and right now, they're going to continue to just stay in last. They may even finish last in the NHL overall. I do think it will be pretty tight between them and Arizona, 4th worst team in the league. Right now, though, I got to give it to Seattle, and that's because they're an expansion team, which is kind of unfair to their part. But
yeah, I'm kind of surprised of how bad they're this year. I'm not saying that they're bad. Really, I'm not.
Well, they are.
Hold on. We cannot give any slander for the Seattle Kraken. You guys got to take note on that. I want to say, what is going on with Philip Grubauer? We saw the reaction when the Kraken signed Grubauer. Fans were Kraken fans were we got a Vezina Trophy caliber who was a finalist last year. Oh, he's gonna take us down to the playoffs, not like Vegas level, but like a average team, like 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Like they would be the Winnipeg Jets every single year before 2018. Yeah, I get what you mean.
And last time I checked on our past episodes when we did the standings, we picked between 3 and 5th. 3rd and 5th in the Pacific.
Yeah. I figured Seattle would finish 5th because I wasn't expecting a certain Troy Terry on the Anaheim Ducks to go on a hot point streak, and the Kings rebuild is starting to improve. I really thought Seattle, if all the cards were dealt correctly, maybe, just maybe, they finish fifth above Anaheim, LA, and Arizona. But nah, I think that's a pipe dream now. I still think they might be able to finish ahead of Arizona, but I think maybe even Anaheim, but definitely the Kings right now is a long shot. And even the San Jose Sharks, I mean, talk about them. I mean, not only did they beat the Hurricanes last night, but oh my God, the Sharks came out of nowhere. They may be potentially fighting for a wild card spot. Who would have thunk of that?
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much have the questions about the defense. The offense is good. No problems. Offense, round of applause for the offense.
They do have Victor Dunn. I forgot about him, but another piece where he's good for now, but are you really going to use him in the future?
Yeah. Now I have a question about the defense. I'm glad that you have Mark Giordano on the D core. Very good. Congratulations. What is up with Adam Larson? And you have Vince Dunn, Jamie Alexiak.
Who's good? Vince Dunn's good.
If we're talking about like rebuilding pieces, Giordano's the only defenseman to build a team around.
Well, really Dunn because he's young. Giordano's in his late 30s. I think there's even a good chance he retires at the end of this year. Mark Giordano's a good leader, but you should not be building around a 37-year-old defenseman. You gotta maybe build around Vince Dunn, maybe, but really Vince Dunn as a D-man one, that's awful. I don't agree with that, and that will backfire horrifically. And then, what's his other name? Alexiak, too old to really build around as well. Just a good veteran player. Kind of the same thing with Giordano and Larson. Just good players to build around for now, but to build a franchise around. I mean, to be fair, the Oilers tried to build a franchise around Adam Larson.
Yeah.
The Taylor Hall trade back in, 2017? Oh, good Lord, that was awful.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Aside from being distracting.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyway, next. Give me a sec. I have to do something really quick. I'll let you do the advertising. Before. It's gonna be like 5 seconds. So.
All right.
So I'll let you advertise Powerskate, and then your account. So and then we'll take it from there. So I'll be back like in a minute.
All right. So of course, first things first, you gotta follow Powerskate here on Instagram. Third most reliable hockey source on Instagram. Hey, maybe biased on that because we're number one. In general, we're number 3, but in hearts, we're number 1. But yeah, obviously go follow Powerskate on Instagram for daily hockey news. You get a lot of trade rumors, basically all the rumors. Coaches hired, fired, nostalgias of the week, jersey unveilings. They're all here. And then, of course, I don't know. Well, obviously, Alex is gone for a minute, but you follow my page, Fletcher Sports Zone. You know you get daily sports news there for the NHL, MLB, NFL, and NBA. A lot of fun posting it as MLB free agencies getting our way, NFL season in full swing, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill. Go follow Fletcher Sports Zone for daily sports news. And, of course, got to go follow Powerskate as well for the hockey news weekly.
Yes. All right,
there are requirements here if you follow the show.
Yes. Best in the game. All right. Anyway, since we're on Fletcher Sports Zone, we'll do some posts that did not make onto Powerskate because listen, I'm very busy with school, so just to let you know. Islanders defenseman Ryan Pulock missed 4 to 6 weeks with a lower body injury.
That stinks. However, 2 assists in 13 games. Not impressed with Ryan Pulock in the slightest. I really was questioning the Pulock re-signing and the Adam Pelech re-signing. I did not like a lot of the moves the Islanders made this offseason. I felt they're trying to keep the defensemen they developed around long term, which makes sense on paper. But the thing is, these guys aren't point producers. When you're talking about the Islanders and you're talking about points, you're talking Matthew Barzal, Anthony Beauvillier, Anders Lee. Really, that's it. I mean, you have Andy Green and Zdeno Chara. Like, those are two very old defensemen on that defense who could they keep up with an offense like Toronto, Tampa Bay, Boston, Washington? I don't think so. Personally, I don't. Because if you have Andy Green and Zdeno Chara in 2021 on the same D pairing, that's going to cause problems. You have Pulock, who's now out. Pelech is now your main defenseman. A heavy-hitting, physical defenseman who will rack up about 25 assists on a year if he's doing everything correctly. That's not a fantastic number one D-man, in my opinion, and this is what I think really hurts the Islanders. They have a young defense, yes, at least they're top four, but they aren't point producers, and they really rely on forward points, and sometimes that doesn't work, especially in the regular season. It doesn't work for most teams.
Yeah, I actually know why that they kind of like re-signed Pelech and Pulock to long term.
I mean, it makes sense, but
is that they have the older guys like Andy Green, Zdeno Chara, and who's the third one? I don't know. You have
Thomas Hickey. Is he still around?
I don't know. I think he's in the KHL. Round of applause to
the KHL memes are coming back at rapid speed.
All right. Anyway, back to Pulock. 4 to 6 weeks with a lower body injury. If you're talking about a 4-week lower body injury, signing long term, this maybe dump out the contract. I'm not saying that Pulock has the bad contract. Not really. He has a good slap shot. And he can be a good goal scorer at times. There are times that he can produce points on a good game that he's playing. Once he's very good, he has the energy and speed, he can produce points. With that, I really don't know. Like, who do you have on the Islanders that can last 4 to 6 weeks, like as a replacement to Pulock? Probably nothing, excluding is Sebastian Aho on the team? The defense guy? I don't know. You have Paul Ledoux.
Well, actually, and I just realized they still have Noah Dobson, who's pretty good, and they did call up Robin Salo. That is the main one for this Pulock injury. They re-signed one of their top prospect defensemen, and they also have Scott Mayfield. So, again, I think that's a pretty good second-line deep pairing with Dobson and Mayfield. And then they're probably going to have Aho play with Chara to increase, have the rookie play with the 20-year veteran, 2-year veteran. Chara's been in the league since 96, believe it or not. And then, Robin Salo, I don't think he's produced a point yet. I believe 2 games, but he's looking good. He's definitely looking good, and definitely the Islanders are going to want to build that defense around Salo, especially more than Pulock or Pelech, in my opinion. I think he's their main defenseman to go there. I believe he's 21 out of Finland.
Yeah, I think Paul Ledoux would have been a next good option. Paul Ledoux played 4 seasons with your LA Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Signed with Washington, which did not go well. He played in the AHL for the whole year. For Ledoux, he He's now in 15 games with the Bridgeport Islanders with 1 goal and 1 point, +1 rating. So he can be well efficient for Ledoux. I think he would be like a seventh defenseman if you're talking about something's wrong with the defense. If either Andy Green or Char is out on COVID protocol, so you could have Ledoux come in at some point soon. So there's a lot of questions of the Islanders, which we will get to. Going to talk about that home opener. Oh my god! But anyway, we'll get to it. All right, next up, let's talk about Mr. Mike Smith. Retirement territory.
Unfortunately, retirement territory. But yeah, he's out he's been placed on long-term injury reserve. I believe he's going to be on another 4 to 6 week injury. But listen, this is retirement territory. Stuart Skinner, he's looked good. Not great. Mike Smith could do better than Stuart Skinner, but Skinner looks capable enough to be the Oilers' backup goalie next year behind Koskinen. Yeah, again, believe it or not, Mike Smith's been in the league since 2006. Who would have thought? Back in the days where he began with the Stars, then the Lightning, and then obviously he was on the Coyotes for a bunch of years, and was on the Flames, and now, of course, ending his career with the Oilers. And it's just unfortunate because, he suffered this leg injury about 3 weeks ago, and they just put him on injured reserve on Friday. So that means he's going to miss at least up to, at like minimum, 4 or 5 more weeks. It really sucks, especially for a goalie who's in his late 30s. This is that type of injury that you don't come back from.
Yeah. All right. So now let's go to Powerskate. How about that? And we got a certain topic that kind of brought us back through season 1.
Oh, yeah. That news that occurred today.
But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Capitals re-signed center Nick Dowd to a 3-year, $1.3 million AAV. Best fourth-line center in the NHL.
Well, you say best fourth-line center in the NHL, and then you realize he only has like 1 assist in 13 games.
Next.
The case is done. Nick Dowd's nothing.
Next.
Yes, next. It's not a bad deal, but
Game alert!
not the
Game
first
alert! Ovechkin is the greatest goal scorer of all time, and he's holding Sidney Crosby. The Caps defeat the Penguins 6-1 with 2 points by players. Ovechkin, Daniel Sprong, Garner Hathaway, Tom Wilson, Connor Sherry, and Evgeny Kuznetsov. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Those 6 players will probably go to the Olympics at some point soon, excluding Garner.
go to the Olympics.
And by the way, happy birthday to Garner Hathaway and Nick Backstrom.
Wait, so you think Daniel Sprong's making the Olympics?
Wherever he's from.
Freezing cold take. All right. I like it, though.
Because that can be a possibility. Tom Wilson is a possibility.
Tom Wilson's a possibility. Hey, I think we underestimate Tom Wilson a lot. As much as I hate Tom Wilson, I'll admit, he's a good hockey player. But the issue is, oh my God, he's Martian. Like how I love Brad Marchand. If I was a Capitals fan, I would love Tom Wilson, hate Brad Marchand. It's the other way around. Like I love Brad Marchand as a player, but or as a person, he's a nice guy. But as a player right now, he's going to get underneath the opponent's skins. He's going to deliver terrible hits here and there. And I've kind of gotten accustomed with that with Tom Wilson too. I don't know if just because I saw like a bajillion cheap shots the Capitals made on the Bruins during the playoffs, but basically the Capitals don't bother me anymore with their dirty play. It's just like, okay, well, Tom Wilson kind of does what Brad Marchand does, and I like Brad Marchand, so I can't really harp on what Tom Wilson does or doesn't do. That's just kind of my philosophy. If I begin to show less hatred towards Tom Wilson, just letting you know.
Next, Ottawa has finished their their COVID break, so Ottawa's ready to go soon. Next. All right, cool. Thank you, Dion Phaneuf. Round of applause, nostalgia of the week.
Yay.
NHL 09 cover and 2012 All-Star, as far as I know. Been having a great career.
Yeah, he was a fantastic defenseman on the Flames and Maple Leafs. Not so much with the Kings and Senators, but neither here nor there. This guy was very good. He was a good hard hitter. He had a wicked slap shot. The guy just threw his body around and he intimidated opponents. Great defenseman overall. I would say he misses the Hall of Fame, but overall still very above average career for Dion Phaneuf.
Yeah. Here's what I would say why he would make the Hall of Fame. He's quite similar to Chris Chelios. Kind of.
That's a stretch. Okay. Freezing cold take again, but okay.
He had some recent success. He has not won any individual awards.
That's what killed him. You have to win it. You have to win at least a Norris to be in Hall of Fame contention.
Yeah. But yeah, would he be in the Hall of Fame conversation? Probably not. But could it be the next 20 or 30 years as a possibility? Yes. But it has to be what was the success? What's the reason behind that? But at least Phaneuf had great years. Phaneuf had great years with the Flames and the Maple Leafs.
The number one saying when it comes to players being in the Hall of Fame is they might make it. It depends on who's on the ballot. And when you have someone like Dion Phaneuf up for Hall of Fame conversation, that lives and dies by who's on the ballot that year for the Hall of Fame. You are not going to put Dion Phaneuf in the Hall of Fame if you got someone like Zdeno Chara there or someone like, any other veteran defenseman. Let's say, for example, Shea Weber, if he officially retires at the end of the year. You're going to put those guys in over Phaneuf, obviously. But you're right. Maybe in 20, 30 years, Dion Phaneuf's old and gray, just may get that call to Toronto. I don't think he will, though. But yet again, he did play for the Maple Leafs. When in doubt, NHL loves putting Maple Leafs in the Hall of Fame. Besides Doug Gilmour, which was stupid, but neither here nor there.
Let's move on. Sammy Blais will miss the remainder of the season due to a torn ACL.
That just sucks for the Rangers. I mean, you trade Pavel Brnovich for this guy, and just to have Sammy Blais tear his ACL a few weeks, basically a month into the season, that just sucks. This was a prove-it year for him. He was doing pretty well on the third line, too. I know I watched a couple of Ranger preseason games this year. He was one of the fastest guys out there, and he definitely was looking impressive during the regular season as well. So very unfortunate, but Blais is one of my favorite players, so I hope he can come back next year and perform at a high level like he's been doing with his years with the Blues.
Yeah. All right, next, we have a trade. Peter Mrazek, for the first time since that David Ayres incident, he's going to be Kyle Clifford.
Oh, geez, Louise. This is so funny, ain't it? Because they lost to a 42-year-old Zamboni driver who works for them. Oh, the memories of the 2019 season. Gotta love the pre-COVID days, man. Unreal. Those were elite level days. But regardless, Kyle Clifford getting traded from St. Louis back to Toronto for future considerations. If you're only giving up a 7th round pick or a bottom AHL prospect, way to go, Toronto. You added some grit to your fourth line. That's what you needed most. Grit and intensity. And getting someone like Kyle Clifford, that'll help with that. Team's young. They need someone like Clifford.
Absolutely. Yeah, Clifford, he was very good with the Maple Leafs since after the trade to LA.
This is just a random thought. You want to know, I don't know if he retired or is out of the NHL or is in the KHL, but you want to know who I want to see back in a Maple Leafs uniform?
Why?
Jonathan Lupul.
Oh, that future nostalgia
Future nostalgia of the week whenever he retires.
Or if he's in the Hall of Fame. Well,
whoa. Jonathan Lupul's making no Hall of Fame, buddy.
All right, next. Next up, we have some questions. Introducing the Crypto.com arena.
This sucks. Imagine spending $725 million just to change one of the most iconic stadiums in American sports history to Crypto.com arena. That is horrendous. You know, if you were at least call it the cryptocurrency arena, it wouldn't be good, but it would be better than what you got. Having a .com and an arena name just throws off the entire thing. Like, I'm going to call it Crypto Arena. I'm still going to call it the Staples Center. What, are you kidding? Yeah, I'm probably calling it Crypto Arena. So ridiculous. But, you know, money can buy you rights. That's unfortunate.
If they did not call it Crypto.com Arena, how about you call it the Microsoft Arena? Because the Microsoft Live show, when they did that NHL 100 ceremony in the All-Star, before the All-Star, how about you call that? Because you're right next to it. You're in the neighborhood. The Staples Center today, right next to the Microsoft Arena. Survey says, how about the Microsoft Arena?
They should have done it, but again, money buys you rights. Remember that.
How about this, LA? Look at your sponsor. Look at your sponsor boards. So does that mean that we may see Crypto.com on the LA Kings uniform next year? Oh no, this is going to be the worst part for LA.
You know what I just realized? What if they named the Crypto.com arena, they paid the $725 million in cryptocurrency? I would give them credit for that because that would actually be insane.
Yeah.
But imagine naming an arena Crypto.com and you use actual cash. That would be funny.
Oh my God. All right, next up, sorry. We have a jersey to talk about. The San Diego Gulls unveiled their alternate jerseys for the 2021-22 season. W or L?
This is the most minuscule W I can give it because I don't think it looks horrendous. I don't think it looks good. They definitely could have put something to, make it less of a blue patch, put a seagull on the jersey instead of just writing Gulls. But it fits the team colors. It's an AHL jersey, so they could have gone more funky with it, but they want to take the safe approach and just make a meh-looking jersey. I'm not going to say it's absolutely awful, but they could have done better. I will give a very minuscule W. the smallest, just like a little, that small W.
I'm gonna say this an L. And you will call me high for this, like we always say about jersey.
Well, I don't think you're necessarily high for calling this jersey bad. I think that's completely understandable, first and foremost.
If we're talking about a W, AHL jerseys can get away with it. As far as alternates go. This is most likely a retro jersey. If their franchise is like from the 50s or the 60s as far as the jersey design is concerned. Last time I checked, their first year was actually in 2015 or 2016.
Time
way
flies.
young, way young for that.
They played in Admiral. That's right. That's where Hampus Lindholm and like Jakob Silfverberg developed. Well, Silfverberg was on the Senators, but dude, that was where Hampus Lindholm played in the AHL. Oh, the memories. And Ricard Raquel. Oh, bring me back to the days of 2014. Miss those days. Timo Solani's last year too.
Yeah.
I'm just showing off my Ducks history here, but overall, listen, yes, they could have done better with the jersey. Is it a bad jersey? No. Is it one I'd wear in AHL 22? No. It's just whatever.
All right, next.
Yes.
We got to give it a round of applause to Troy Brouwer. On an amazing career. A Stanley Cup champion that we're not going to talk about.
No, we do not bring up that Stanley Cup here.
He was also known as for scoring that game-winning goal. According to that picture, the game that I went to, the 2015 Winter Classic at Nationals Park against his former team, the Chicago Blackhawks, and played for St. Louis and then Florida and back to St. Louis, and have not played since 2020, and he called it good. 851 games for 363 points. Solid bottom six player, if you ask me. He gives a lot of good energy to any game, and such a good player all around for the entire 2010s.
He was the most consistent third liner you could have hoped for. Just traveling from Chicago to Washington to St. Louis. This guy was
Calgary.
He was the guy, I guess even a little bit in Calgary too. He was the guy who could just go in and register like 25 points a season and would always be there to score the clutch goals. He's a guy, he was an underspoken NHL player, to say the least. Scoring the game-winning goal in the 2015 Winter Classic and then scoring the game-winning goal against the Blackhawks. How funny. The Blackhawks gave him his only Stanley Cup, yet he scored his two most clutch goals of his career against the Blackhawks. 2015 Winter Classic with Washington, 2016 Game 7 first round of the Western Conference playoffs with the Blues. Just weird how that works. Troy Brouwer, especially when he's playing the Blackhawks, just went off. However, once he joined the Florida Panthers, I think that was the death mark of his career. He's been in free agency a couple of years, and definitely having that weight of being traded 1-for-1 for TJ Oshie. Oh, I think that's what killed it. I mean, at least he was still good with the Blues, but obviously TJ Oshie is still a fantastic player on the Capitals. And just to see Troy Brouwer retire, it's like, wow, that was 6 years ago. And that was a poor mistake by St. Louis, to say the least. They traded Oshie to re-sign Kevin Shattenkirk. And, that did not work in their favor, to say the least.
Yeah.
They kept Oshie.
Flyers defenseman Ryan Ellis will be out 4 to 6 weeks due to an undisclosed injury. And let's give a hashtag call up Cam York. He's somehow in the AHL right now.
Well, maybe he's not ready in the AHL and they want him to become Cole Caulfield 2.0, which if that's the case, I respect what they're doing. But yeah, no, Cam York should definitely be playing. I mean, the Philadelphia, they have a lot of good forwards, but their defense, it's improved. But I mean, you have guys like Keith Yandel playing about 18 minutes a night, and that's not good. You got to have someone like Cam York up. Maybe not yet, but hopefully sometime during this injury he gets called up. Maybe not the first week, but I'd say around week 3 or week 4 of this injury, if Cam York's still playing well in Lehigh Valley, call up Cam York. Gotta do it. Also, here's something real quickly, and this is kind of also regarding the Flyers. I don't think it was posted on Powerskate. I know I posted it. It was they put Nicholas Abdul Kabule on waivers, and the Avalanche claimed him. Philadelphia, why did you put him on waivers? He was one of the most quickest fourth liners in the entire league, and he would register about 10, 15 points a year. So I don't know why Philadelphia put him on waivers. That was like 2 weeks ago, but I know we didn't talk about it. So I just wanted to quickly bring it up. Philadelphia messed up on that one, but obviously calling up Cam York, you can redeem yourself very quickly with that. So
next we have our true nostalgia of the week. It's a hockey team.
Are we cueing the brass bonanza?
No.
No.
It's the Quebec Nordiques.
And I gotta tell you one thing, Gary Bettman, props to him scheduling a future meeting with the Quebec government to try to bring back the Nordiques. I know they got a brand new arena that was built in around 2016, I believe. I'll tell you one thing, man. If it wasn't time for the Arizona Coyotes to relocate, the time is now. This is when the franchise is at its worst and the borderline bankruptcy at this point. If you're Arizona right now, you move Arizona to a Canadian market who hasn't had a team since 1995. It is going to be a massive success. Even if the Nordiques are just as bad as the Kraken are this year, it's still going to be a success because you open up hockey to yet another, I guess, kind of atmosphere. I mean, Quebec's obviously still pretty huge. They have a lot of Canadian teams over there. Why not bring back the Nordiques? The fact that the Nordiques even relocate in the first place, I thought was totally stupid. I mean, you are in Canada. They were doing well financially. I never understood why they moved to Colorado, but that's neither here nor there. This is a perfect time for the NHL to redeem themselves and bring them back. Mm-hmm. And they definitely should. You know, it was fun to see the first years of Joe Sakic and the last years of Guy Lafleur and Ron Tugnutt. I'm trying to think of all the good. Marcel Dion, did he play in the Nordiques for a little bit? No, I didn't think so.
That's Sundin.
Sundin. Oh, I got Sundin and Sakic confused. Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kraken, not the Kraken. The Nordiques had a lot of good players back in the day. They should definitely bring them back.
New Powerskate hashtag relocate to Quebec.
Yes. You don't have to relocate Arizona. You could also relocate that trash heap in New Jersey.
We will get to it.
Hey, yeah, we're throwing shots at the Devils now. They're another team who just needs to relocate ASAP. Well, you got to bring Arizona to Quebec, and you got to bring New Jersey to Hartford. That's how they got to do it. Neither here nor there.
Coyotes' top prospect center Liam Kirk, hold on, and Connor Timmins will be out for the remainder of the season. Both of them will undergo knee surgery.
That is unfortunate. Down goes two of Arizona's top prospect defensemen, and if things can't get worse for the Coyotes, they somehow continue to get worse. Can't win. Again, they are in severe financial debt right now, and what do you know? The prospect defenseman you trade Darcy Kemper for is out for the whole year. Not good.
And let's get to Liam Kirk. We heard rumors from the summer that if the Coyotes cannot give him in the ELC, they will trade him away because he is a top prospect. Well, top three if we're talking about Barrett Hayton and Dylan Gunther. today.
Yeah. And I just got to say right now, yeah, these injuries deplete both of their players' trade values. Season-ending injuries, it's not like this is an injury for 2-3 weeks. Season-long injuries, and they're still young, and they've hardly had any time in the NHL. Minor league injuries carry over to a lot of players to the professionals. And for Arizona's sake, if they just want to make sure that those trade values stay high, they just got to hope they come back next year and just become magnificent assist makers.
Yes. Per Elliot Friedman, the Edmonton Oilers are connecting to Canadiens defenseman Ben Sherratt for a trade acquisition. So, we always say this, Ben Sherratt to Edmonton, yes or no?
I say I love the idea. However, Edmonton is slammed up against the cap, meaning I think they could trade for someone like Ben Sherratt. In return, Montreal gets someone like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Do you make that trade if you're Edmonton? Personally, I don't, because you have Klefbom coming back next year. You still have Darnell Nurse. You can still have a couple other decent prospect defensemen in the AHL. They need to build on a bottom six. I feel like Edmonton already has a fine defense. They need to build on a bottom six. You're going to trade away your second-line center, Nugent-Hopkins, for someone like him? I'm saying that would be my mock trade. If I was Montreal, you don't want to undersell Sherratt, I would be asking for someone like Nugent-Hopkins in return if I was Mark Bergevin. And, I guess we'll kind of take it from there. Again, it's not that I think it won't happen. It's just Edmonton's got to clear some salary cap before they can really think about making the move. I hope they can, though, because it would be pretty cool if they did. Edmonton would definitely have the best defense in the entire Pacific Division if they were to make this move. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I would say a yes. If it's a yes, I would say they have to move Oscar Klefbom. We don't know.
But Klefbom's trade value dropped because of his injuries.
Yeah. We have no idea what's up with Klefbom. We know that he's injured, but we don't know the timetable as of right now. I think he's been out for like 2 whole years.
Yeah. Well, at the conclusion of this year, it would be 2 full seasons. Yeah.
Yeah. So Klefbom, I have no idea, but if they trade, here's this: if they put Klefbom LTIR, which I suspect that they are doing that.
Oh, that's true. Then I guess they would have enough money to bring in Sherratt. Smart thinking.
Yeah. So, it turns out that he's on shoulder surgery, and
yeah.
So we'll see what's going on for Klefbom. It says that it delayed from his return because it was during the pandemic and there was nothing that could handle it as he was expecting. So we'll see what happens. Next game. Oh, Avalanche re-signed Jared Bednar to a 2-year deal. I'll give her a round of applause because that's a good move. But what I'm not going to give a round of applause is their playoff failures. For the past 2 to 3 years, we'll say right when Makar signed the 3-year ELC, they were like, oh, Colorado's going to finish in the conference finals. McKinnon's going to go nuts like he's always do. Survey says the last time that they have not made to the conference finals in the last 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? I'm not saying that Bednar's on the hot seat right now. I'm not saying that.
He's not in the hot seat because that's why they gave him the short-term extension to show, hey, you're not in the hot seat yet. We're not going to give you much breathing room if the playoff losses continue.
But if the playoff failures continue for the next 2 years, he's gone.
He's definitely gone. If you can't even – okay, there's one thing if you make a Stanley Cup final and you lose, but there's another thing if you lose in the second round for like 5 straight years. Like, you got to do something about that.
Yeah.
The question is, at this point, in 2 years down the road, let's say, for example, they do, resign Bednar from his duties, who do they bring in? I mean, it's tough to see which coaches are going to be available in 2 years, but that would be tough to replace someone like Bednar.
Yeah. We got a game alert. Flames spoil the New York Islanders' late home opener 5-2.
Even when Brock Nelson scores 2 goals, the Islanders are still somehow underachieving. So sad.
Oh, wait, there's more. Well, kind of. Rangers defeat Sabres 5-4. Ryan Lindgren with the game-winning goal with 0.7 seconds remaining in regulation. Round of applause for Lindgren, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, how do you even score with under a second left? That is unreal.
We talked about Troy Bauer retiring. We brought up Oshie. Now Oshie's somehow in the news. Well, he did not play against.
This wasn't bad.
Well, okay. I was joking. We have another Islanders game alert. Did they win? Oh!
Can confirm we're posting every single Islanders home loss until they win.
Yes. The Maple Leafs shut out the Islanders 3-0, and the New York Islanders are still winless at their home run. And congratulations to Joseph Woll. Congratulations, Joseph Woll. You beat the New York Islanders.
Good prospect goalie there, but obviously filling in for the injured Peter Mrazek. But listen, here's what I got to say about the Islanders. I get Calgary's on a very high point streak right now. But you're telling me you fell flat against Toronto. Oh, dear. That's not good on your part.
We got another game alert.
Another one?
Yes. The Kraken defeated the Capitals 5-2. Jaden Schwartz game-winning goal. Ovechkin has scored his 15th goal in the year, and he has 22 more goals to be on the top 3 on the all-time goals list.
But congrats to the Kraken. You know what would have been funny if they didn't trade Vanacek and Vanacek won this game? That would have been hysterical. No, the Kraken had to trade Vanacek back to Washington. What was it, 4 days after the expansion draft? Absolutely ridiculous. Maybe you shouldn't have thrown all that money at Drieger. Just a thought. I ain't saying for Grubauer. No, he's good. It's just the defense sucks. But Drieger, he's not good. He has not been good this year.
We have some jersey unveilings to talk about that happened tonight.
Good Lord, this was awful. If this is the jersey, yep, it is the jersey I'm thinking of. This was atrocious. Okay, how can you pass this up as an NHL jersey? We want to talk about the San Diego Gulls jerseys sucking? They're 20 times better than these. These are clearly and most blatantly a ripoff of the 2019 Blackhawks Winter Classic jerseys, and I despise them. I'll give them an F-. Absolutely horrific result. Since when do we associate the Devils with black? You could have made a sick-looking red, orange uniform, but they come out with the most bland, most boring black and white jersey with the jersey, get the reference, with a little red overlining it. Ridiculous. I get it because it's a jersey and they play in New Jersey. I get it. It's not funny, Devils. It's as comedic as your team's been this year.
Oh, and also, does that mean that under helmets, are they going to put the word helmet? They forgot to put pants on the pants to label the equipment for beginning hockey players.
Oh, we're leaving off the gloves. You got to make sure you put the stick. You got to make sure you label it as a stick over the actual stick sponsor.
Congratulations, New Jersey. You're now saving young hockey players know what the definition is.
And you think that this is funny. Here is the meat of the joke. They're wearing these 13 times this season. Oh, Devils, do not wear these against the Bruins so I can have the pleasure of not commentating a game with you wearing these.
All right, this is going to get clipped. This is going
Definitely. That was the funniest moment we've had in a few weeks.
Now, we got to roll the clip. We have to roll the clip.
Literally roll a clip from last year.
Hold on. We'll be back. Wait, judges. Oh, it seems like that we have a classic video that we're gonna talk about. Oh, we'll be back. We'll be back.
And we'll be back after this spontaneous flashback. Yeah, you get him off the trade block. What are you doing? You have a team. Vancouver has struggled for about the past 3 or 4 years. They were awful. They finally have sculptured a playoff team, and now they want to trade away the best player. It's like when we talked about Johnny Gaudreau a couple weeks ago. You do not trade away your star forward at this time. You just don't even touch him. You don't even bring him up in the news. You just keep him and just keep on trying to win and build a team around him. That's what I think. But I don't know. Maybe Ben or you have him.
Oh no!
I remember that line saying you don't even bring him up in the news. I remember that. That was so funny. I gotta go back to the Powerskate archives for that one. We should put that in the new intro.
Oh, Brock Besser again on the trading block.
It's stupid. I ranted about this a year ago, and I stand corrected. Besides, instead of sculpturing a playoff team, they just suck in general now. But that's whatever. You still don't trade away your first-line right winger who is 24 years old for what? Nothing? Oh, we'll get a first-round pick out of it. Yeah, what if that player doesn't develop like Brock Besser did? You screwed up. Jim Benning. This is why you need to be fired, because you make such rational decisions. And I'm going to let you know right now. Oh, you think if they trade Brock Besser? Oh, no, that was just the beginning. You can say goodbye to Horvat. You can say goodbye to maybe not Hughes. Demko's gone. And probably quite a bit else of their forward core could be traded as well. I think personally if they trade away Besser, Horvat's going to be gone within the next year as well. And they'll probably keep around Hughes and Patterson, but just not good. Even 1 year on the dot, you do not put Brock Besser in the news. You just don't. Shut up and play him. He's a fantastic player.
Hashtag free Brock Besser. Let's say that.
Okay, but maybe we do trade him so we don't have to deal with these stupid trade rumors. So when in doubt, maybe we do trade him. I don't know.
Crazy news, you know. All right.
I just love how that quote or that little segment still remains accurate to this day, a year and a half after the fact. So funny.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up for season 4, episode 15 of the Powerskateshow podcast. We want to thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. And Grant, also happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Hope you guys enjoy. Watch a little bit of Powerskate on Thanksgiving.
Hey, tell your friends, show your family members, get some subscribers. Let's go.
Yeah, and maybe you guys can watch some NFL if that's your family tradition.
Oh, it will be. I get to watch Andy Dalton versus Tim Boyle. I'm gonna have fun watching that and making a depressing Instagram post for whoever wins that god awful game.
Anyway, Graham, would you like
That's why you follow Flutster Sports Zone for all your NFL updates on Thanksgiving.
All right, and with that,
More shameless advertisement. We do it enough here. I don't care.
All right, and with that, do you guys want to follow our personal social media accounts? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow the Powerskateshow for news, updates when we go live, and all that good stuff? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow Grand Flood, like we've talked about? He'll get the game alert going on Thanksgiving. Links will be in the description below, and also on YouTube. Plus the Sports Zone Steam News. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. And Grant, would you like to add anything before we wrap up?
Oh, yeah, no, just, enjoy Thanksgiving. It's a holiday of thanks, and both Alex and I are very thankful for all of you who, even if you stop by once, if you stop by every week, if you stop by for 2 seconds, leave a like and click off. We appreciate that. Really, obviously we wouldn't continue to do this broadcast if it wasn't for our fan base saying, we keep on delivering every week for you guys. Even if we have to film it on a Tuesday before a holiday, we're still going to try to get that weekly episode out for you. So keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on supporting the channel, supporting the Instagram, supporting us individually, and we'll keep on pumping out episodes for as long as we can.
Yes, and also next month will be the Christmas special. How about that?
That'll be fun.
So yeah, stay tuned. In about a month, which I think in about like 5 weeks, season 4, episode 20 could be our Christmas special. You guys will find out what we're gonna do and all that great stuff. Probably might have something planned. Probably you'll guys find out.
Eggnog drinking contest.
Yeah, no.
We do it. We do this for the people. Even though I hate eggnog, no.
All right.
Sorry, clickbait. Sorry, not gonna do it. Just clickbait.
All right, guys, we're heading out. Tell all your friends. An amazing happy Thanksgiving from me and Grant, and also tell all your friends and family to go watch our latest Thanksgiving podcast video on the Powerskateshow. And with that, enjoy the rest of your holiday, and we will see you guys on the next episode, whenever it is. Have a good night, everybody.